Peace to everybody out there in the internet universe. I'm the one and only Shakur Shine. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so this is going to be a reading for our Tauruses. Tauruses. This is you. And I've already started. I pulled a card, and we are looking first into where you are on your self-love journey, Taurus. Okay, and so for my Taurus, the first card I pulled is Devotee. And the placement that she's in is telling me that right now within your self-love journey, Taurus, you're possibly working through some traumatic issues that you've gone through, maybe from your past, your childhood, whatever. It could be a mother wound. But Taurus, right now, the things that you're going through, it's like your self-love, especially like if you have any type of addictions that you're trying to break, it's this is like you're addicted to whatever substance. Like it could be like smoking, right? uh when you look at the root of it, it's going to be something from your childhood. You know what I mean? Like, so we have some Tauruses right now that are working through addictions and that are just, at the root of everything, working beyond getting past some traumatic issues in their life. And I guess I'm seeing smoking because there may be some Tauruses that have a smoking habit that they would want to, that they want to get rid of, but they keep, getting pulled back into it. Let's see. Give us more information about Taurus on their self-love journey. Yeah, Taurus, it definitely is not only just trauma that you're working through, but I do see some substance abuse, alcohol, smoking, that type of stuff. Yeah, but I see you coming out victorious about it, right? Leader in the seventh house. So it's gonna take you, it's like you're gonna have to be very convicted, right, about the direction, your purpose, and where you want to go. That's what's gonna pull you out of your addictive behavior, Taurus, is being more deeply connected to your passion, more deeply connected to your purpose, and stepping into full leadership. Like, I'm going to walk my path. You are the leader of your life, right? So it's going to be some sort of convictions and you being deeply connected to your purpose in the direction of your life that's going to help pull you out of like negative patterns, traumatic relationships, and in addictions, right? uh, I do see you overcoming those things, but it's going to take, some internal fortitude, some clarity and direction about where you're going in your life, and really just living a principle-based lifestyle. It's something that's going to be based on your principles, right? And once you're standing on your principles, that's what's going to help you elevate above the madness of your past, any trauma, and again, any addictive behavior that you do no longer want to participate in, right? Like, uh, it it's so interesting, Taurus. I love seeing this overcoming energy, but I think it's gonna come after some extremes. You might want to watch out for yourself during the next full moon cycle. Um, the energy could be really heightened to take you like where you're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be really crazy. Let me see. So we're gonna pull some more cards. Let's pull a little bit more cards. Oh, any more advice for Taurus on their self-love journey? Let's see. Any more advice for Taurus on their self-love journey? Yeah, Taurus, devotee, be compassionate towards yourself. Okay, more self-compassion is going to be one of the best forms of self-love that you can give yourself. Be understanding. Know why you're doing the things that you do. If you're addicted to substances, don't just look at yourself and be like, shaming yourself for being addicted to substances, but get to the root cause of why you are And instead of judging yourself, instead of judging yourself or shaming yourself, I want you to hold the greatest compassion that you can for yourself. Right? We do a great job oftentimes of extending compassion to one another, which is great. But we also need to be able to extend that compassion to ourselves. You're doing your best. Okay, everyone is doing their best at any given time. Could we be better? Yeah, but in this moment, if all you have is 30% and you're giving your 30%, that's your best. All right. So know that you're doing your best. Be self compassionate, be understanding, hold yourself. Okay. And just see the best possible outcome for yourself. Okay. Nurture yourself. And I think slowing down, I know we live in a very fast-paced society, but slowing down is actually going to be I'm going to use the word trick, but it's going to be a nice trick to help to soothe yourself, soothe your mind. Right? You need a slow life tour. Whoever this message is for, a slow life, slowing down will help benefit you so much on your healing journey and on your self-love journey. Slow down, self-compassion, and see the best possibilities for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you might not have did, you know, all of the things that you wanted to do in your past, right? Because you were going through different things. But you know what? If you spill an egg and you're trying to make some omelets, you just have to clean up the eggs and go get more and make your omelet. You can't do anything about the past, but what you can do is you can create your life right now in this moment. All right? So, hey, that was a message for my Taurus on the self-love journey. Um, and we're just gonna, move forward in this reading. And now we're gonna focus on a Taurus is manifesting love, right? Now, I love starting with the self-love, because if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody else, right? But now we want to get into talking about manifesting love, because manifesting love is so beautiful. I enjoy the process of making a relationship come about even before there's another person in my life, okay? So I want to get a message for my Taurus who is right now actively manifesting love, calling in love into their life, calling in a mate, all right? So give us some information about my Taurus friend. Give them some guidance, clarity, or confirmation about my Taurus, where they are currently in their manifesting love journey. Okay, so Taurus, in your manifesting love journey, right? Right now, you might just kind of be like all over the place. You might just be, have a hookup here, a hookup there, nothing too serious or at all, right? I think you're kind of like in this freedom loving space where you're just kind of like free love, you're open to people, you're connecting to people, and you're seeing, what's out there, okay? But you're very much in that, in this kind of like free love era, Taurus, So let's see what else is going on. So give us more information about Taurus on their manifesting love journey. How can, yes, visionary. So here it is. I'm seeing, like, while you're manifesting love, the way you're going about manifesting love right now is through having experiences with multiple people, right? And there's no shame, there's no blame without that. Now, does it mean you're asleep with everyone? Who knows? You could be if you want to, right? But what it does mean is that you are gathering more information about yourself, getting knowledge of self through having variety of experiences. Okay, so your manifesting love style right now is looking like having a variety of experiences. But within those connections, I do think that you will connect to someone who feels at home with you being an independent person, Taurus, because this Taurus I'm picking up on has an independent streak that's showing up in this reading. But someone who respects your independence, Taurus, and they are independent within themselves, right? And so, because this could call for an interdependent connection, right? Somewhere where you guys are interdependent upon each other, right? So on a manifesting journey, I think that I see a Taurus who is gathering knowledge of self, by having multiple experiences and experiences with different people, and you're thriving within your independence, right? But I think you'll know you have connected well with someone if you guys are having a good text, good conversation, because this is like communication, right? When the communication is has that good balance of I'm here, right? Like I'm here, we're texting, but I'm not smothering you. And I think that that's like a big part of manifesting love for you right now. Is you maintaining your independence. Especially with the astrology of this year, what I've noticed is a lot of people who are typically like lover boys, lover girls, lover days, right? Who would like readily jump into a relationship. I feel like autonomy and sovereignty have become more of the forefront, right? And being a whole independent person has come more to the forefront this year. Um, than just like being with inside of a relationship, right? Um, I have really noticed that trend. I think based on the astrology of the year, what everyone is kind of like focused on, really finances heavily, the economy, all those different types of things. People are afraid to lose their independence. I get it. People are afraid to lose their independence. Yeah. Okay, Taurus. So you're manifesting love, right? And I say you're gonna connect with someone who out of all of these variety of people, right, is going to be someone that you have good communication with because you guys feel like friends, or maybe you are friends. But I see there's this like blurred line, right, between lovers and friends. So for my Tauruses out there who have been openly dating and not really in a committal energy, but you have connected with someone where you feel like you have an easy connection, right? There's this line between lovers and friends that could be going on, okay? And but what that does is, right, sometimes it makes it hard to just flow, right? You have to have this kind of like back and forth, or it, sometimes it's not just an easy transition from friends to lovers, right? And so I think that that's what's going to end with, like, that's what I see ending up happening is Taurus is having all of this variety of experiences. Taurus connects with someone who feels like a friend, feels easy. They're not trying to take your independence, but it's like, how do you negotiate this relationship where you may still want to maintain your independence, and this person feels like both a lover and a friend, right? And so you're going to end up having to negotiate this relationship, right? Whatever relationship that you do, not just commit to, but anyone you're relating to, you're going to have clear communication so that you can have a necessary understanding between you two, okay? So that it can be more free flowing. Because sometimes when we have this realm of ambiguity, it could leave a lot of room for doubts and all these other things to creep up that's just like, unnecessary. But I do see you attracting someone into your life, but you're going to have to get more clear on how you want to interact with them, right? But I do sense that there's going to be a Taurus out there who just is not ready. Even though you're manifesting love, it's like you're not ready to like lose your freedom. You've been manifesting. I see a Taurus who's been manifesting free love. Let's see. So give us a little bit more, guidance on a Taurus manifesting love, on, what they need to do if they're really, really looking to manifest love into their life. Yep. And Taurus, you're going to end up having to make healthier, better choices and decisions for yourself, again, that's going to be you stepping into that leadership energy where you are the leader of your life, Taurus, right? So that's going to be like healthier choices in food, healthier choices, if you know you need to get up at 8 a.m., getting up at 8 a.m. If you know that you need to say no to certain practices or certain people, doing those types of things as well. Because again, this is going to be you birthing your inner leader based on your principles, your philosophy, your beliefs, your spirituality, your religion, right? So whatever you have been doing, Taurus, again, I saw this coming out of like childhood trauma, abandonment, addictions and all that different type of stuff, which could be not saying that only people with trauma like variety of people, but saying that that could be where that is coming from, and you needing to experience a certain level of independence within yourself. But when we're talking about manifesting love, Taurus, what we're seeing is you choosing to birth your inner leader based on your philosophical belief system. Okay, whatever you believe. If you're a Christian, you're gonna start living a Christian based lifestyle. If you're Muslim, you're gonna start living a Muslim based, like Islamic based lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's gonna be whatever your religious or philosophical beliefs. You might not be a religious person, but you have your own philosophy about life, right? You're going to start standing on that and making your choices and decisions based off of that rubric. And that's what's going to lead you towards a healthier version of yourself and a healthier version of love. Okay? That's a good one. That's a good one, Taurus. Like, that's a really, really good one. Okay? So I want to ask, are there any more messages for Taurus who is currently manifesting love? Any more messages for my Taurus friend who is currently manifesting love? Yeah, look. Continue to birth your inner king, your inner leader. Okay, take control over your mood. Take control over your mind. Take control over your finances. Right, control your world. Control your realm. Control yourself. Right, be the lead. You are the leader of your own life. Period. It's time for you to walk it like you talk it. Step into your royalty. Step into your, again, this inner leader where people look at you, you're a role model, your example, you have a testimony, right? Maybe you've been through some things, but whatever those things are, people are going to look at you with admiration because you have overcome, because you are a champion, because you are a winner, because you did not stop where so many other people would have stopped on their journey, would have gave up, laid down, rolled over, killed. You know what I mean? All of those different types of things. No, Taurus, you're watching this. You're like, I know I need to get out of these addictive patterns. I know I need to break this spell or these curses that have been other people spoke on me and all of this shame by, again, standing on your principles and choosing every single day to be that version of yourself that you can imagine, that you can see, right? That's why it's so important for you to have self-love right now, that and more specifically self-compassion. You need the self-compassion in order to birth yourself. If you're steady down on yourself, if you're steady shameful about yourself, that keeps you in a loop of trauma. Shame keeps you in a loop of doing the same thing over and over again when you don't want to do it. You have to break that. That's a curse that's been put on you. Okay, you're under spells, people. You're under spells. It's like that. Okay, Taurus? So I believe you got it. And now we're just going to look at my Taurus who are partnered. Okay, if you have a partner, we're going to see first what's going on between Taurus and the person that's on their mind. Okay, what is the scenario? What is the challenge, the current growth challenge between Taurus and the person on their mind? Okay, Taurus, for my Taurus who are partnered, you have someone, some things going on between you guys. What's going on is that there's a lot of like your relationship may feel confined, may feel very constricted right now because there's a lot of rules being placed within this relationship. And you see, like, it's at nighttime here. It could be the type of rule where it's like, maybe you or your partner, whoever, right? Because this is a challenge that you guys are going through. But there's a challenge of autonomy and independence. This is the thing going on in this Taurus reading. But for my Tauruses that are partnered right now, there's this the balance of being autonomous and partnered, independent and partnered and committed, right? And also, what is respect? What are rules within a relationship? Say the scenario could be someone went out with their friends and they didn't get home to maybe 5, 6, like the sun is coming up, and your partner is heated, upset, steamed, angry, perturbed, all of those things, because it's like, because I'm seeing someone trying to place rules within a relationship. Like, no, if you're going to be in a relationship with me, you need to call me within every 2 hours. I need to know where you at. You need to share your location. If you're gonna stay out past 2 a.m., you don't need to come home. It's stuff like that, right? There's a lot of rules being imposed within a relationship. It could be you or your partner, Taurus, okay? But that's the challenge that I'm seeing right now. There's someone's imposing a lot of rules in a relationship, okay? So let's see, what is the Taurus's partner? What kind of thoughts is the person on Taurus's mind? What kind of thoughts is this person thinking about Taurus? Okay, look, Taurus, what they're thinking about you, they're thinking about you being free, you having no rules. Like, there's like, Taurus does not want to have visionary showing up. Taurus, you're in your visionary energy, which is like, and because this is how they're thinking about you, right? They're thinking, if you look at the card, she has wings, period. You're free. Okay, there's like, you're free, that you don't want to adhere. You're the one, Taurus, who does not want to adhere to any rules or protocols. You're like, love is free, love is abundant. Love comes from within, right? That's how you're operating that's how you're operating, right? That you should be free, they should be free, everyone should be free. You don't need any rules or protocols to lock you down, okay? You may be, if this is a partner Taurus, you may just be in that energy where you need to experience being independent, especially if you have been partnered for a long time, okay? And now you're trying to get a second wind. You want to go out more. When you're in that visionary energy, you really just want experiences. It's not even about things, right? You just want different experiences. You want to go to, you want to travel to another country. You want to go hang out with new people. You want to try new foods. Like, you're just in a season where you need variety, Taurus. Okay. So let's see, how has your person been, how the person on Taurus, how are they feeling about Taurus? What kind of emotions have they been feeling about Taurus? Yep, Taurus. Now, Taurus, this person, their emotions are so interesting, because this is my card where the person want to, like, you know what I mean? Like, they want to knock the boots with you. That's how they're emotionally feeling about you. And maybe it's because you have this whole independence thing, but it's like some anger behind there too. I don't know if you guys have had like have been upset with each other, or maybe you've been holding out or something like that. But not only is this person determined to get you in the sheets, but it's like it's a passion, but it's also like maybe you guys have been upset with each other, and and had said some words and all that kind of stuff. But this is like makeups. This is the makeup after that, okay? So this person's ready, like, they're feeling like, I want to make up with my person, with my Taurus, and I want that good, right? Like, That's how this person wants to make up with you. Like you guys have been at odds, if you guys haven't been talking, if you know if your newfound freedom has kind of been an affront to them or the relationship, they like, okay, I know what I need to do to get my Taurus back. I need to put it on them for a second, okay? If I put it on them, they'll act right. So they think you just need some act right, Taurus. Let's see. And what's their intentions towards our Taurus? What is their intentions towards our Taurus? The person on their mind, what kind of intentions does they have towards our Taurus? Look, yeah, Taurus, they, you know, this person gonna work for you. This person's gonna build a relationship. This person is willing to sacrifice for the home, the life, the family that you guys have built together. They're not going anywhere, Taurus. Uh, like I said, they want to work on the relationship. They want to maintain and work on what you guys have built so far on your foundation. Okay, this person is willing to do the work, Taurus, because they don't want to let you go. They don't want to let you go, Taurus. If they have, you know, if they did come across like trying to put you in a cage, I'm sure it's only because of fear. Um, but this person is really willing, able, and ready to work on the relationship. All right, Taurus? That's their intention. So let's see. Now, what's the overall guidance for Taurus? Oracle, what is the overall guidance for Taurus that they need to hear? What is the overall guidance for Taurus that they need to hear? Okay, Taurus. Listen, Taurus. The overall guidance for you is to is low key to keep doing you. Okay, being your bag, being your lover bag. Okay, beautify yourself. I see a Taurus who is on a level up journey. When we talk about a level up journey, it's someone who is doing this kind of upkeep, right? Doing these kind of adornment, and you're making sure your hair and you're buying new clothes and all of that type of stuff. But it may look very superficial, but you are spiritually leveling up. You're stepping into a higher vibration of goddess energy. Okay, Taurus, and you are becoming more magnetic to the things that you want. I actually see Tauruses who are traveling too, and traveling and doing like birthing creative projects. You might be very artistic, Taurus. Um, I think this is a Taurus who is just ready for something new. Like you're going through changes in life. Your if you have a womb, your womb has been speaking to you to birth new projects, new art, new everything. Like, you know, you're not necessarily, I don't think you're necessarily like so involved in your relationship. I think this is a Taurus who probably has always been focused on other people, but right now the season of your life is like focus on yourself. And if you have a womb, if you're a woman, you have a womb, your womb wants to birth some art, some projects, some creativity. Like you have a lot of creative energy in your womb right now, and it's not necessarily like to birth a baby. It's to birth some murals, or you know, poetry or art or whatever it is. And I also see you traveling. Okay, Taurus. So that's going to be a big part of your level up. Keep working on yourself. Keep beautifying yourself. Staying within your flow of feminine energy, and I think things are gonna work out for you. Okay. Um, I'm gonna ask one more question. How can Taurus best show up, you know, and bring love to their partner? That's what we want. That's what we want to close with. How can Taurus show up? Yeah. So I think it's like it's so interesting, Taurus. I see you're really not willing to sacrifice your own personal time and energy for the relationship. But what I do think is going to happen, I think there's some sort of traveling together with your partner is going to bring more passion and energy and excitement into your relationship. Your relationship needs some passion, it needs some excitement, it needs some fun. So go out, do something together. If you want to bring some more loving energy into your relationship, it's not going to come from sitting at home and yap talking about your feelings. You guys have to get active together, go out, find adventures, turn over some stones, and rediscover each other in uh, a new way by having new experiences together. Okay, so that's all. I'm Shakori Shine. I only have about 20 spots a month for personal one-on-one readings. So email me and send me a message to make sure you get on my list, or it's going to have to roll over to next month. Okay, so I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Comment down below if this is your story, if you resonated with anything, and just let us know. Let me know how it felt. All right, peace.